So we finally fished the tournament. Here's the story. All right, so we fished a tournament. Finally, coronavirus tournament. Yeah, it was different. There was no weigh-in. There was no live anything. Didn't get to see anyone in person really, except one person. That was the only person I was really concerned with anyway. Got to hang out with Garrett a little bit. More on that later. But I didn't really film that big of a video. I was so focused on pre-fishing and the tournament and understanding that body of water that I didn't really do much of this. So I think we're going to do a little bit of a different video today. I think I'm going to kind of narrate, I guess, the tournament. And we'll go from there. A lot of people do like tailgate talk and things like that, so I'm going to do my attempt at that. And we're going to tell you about KBF at High Rock and Randleman Reservoirs. It was technically two separate events on two separate days. I fished one of those days. And let me tell you, it was tough. Let's start from that week preparing for it. Stared at Navionics for probably, I don't know, a total of 8 hours, probably 2 hours each night starting on that Sunday, and put together a fairly decent plan for practice of water that I wanted to check. Was looking for docks, some shallow water stuff I knew would be in play, or I thought knew would be in play. I figured there was a bridge in the area that I was going to. I figured some of that riprap around that bridge would have been in play. And then, like I said, the shallow water stuff around docks. I figured fish would have been around that kind of stuff and sitting on that kind of cover, at least for a quick limit. And then I could have gone and searched a stump field that I had circled on High Rock as looking for a big fish later on in the day. So, like I said, not a ton of map prep there, but enough for me to feel confident about going and actually seeing that body of water and understanding what was actually there. Let's see. We got there on Thursday night late. No, what did we do? No, we left on Thursday night late, probably around midnight. Got to the ramp at around 7 a.m. for practice on Friday. Practice for probably 4 hours, and then a thunderstorm rolled in, so I got off the water. I had had enough at that point anyway, and I was tired. So I had seen what I thought would be a deal, got a couple bites, shook some fish off, and went on my way, got off the water. And then on the rest of that night, I re-rigged some rods, met up with Garrett, and then went to bed. So that would be leading up to the tournament. As far as everything I did then, nothing different out of the ordinary from what I normally do. I just knew that I wanted to catch a quick limit and then go look for some kickers. So that was my plan, and hopefully it would have worked out for me that next day. And I think it was a good plan. The plan that I did have was to, like I said, I was surrounded by docks. The original plan was to hit some of those docks and some of the laydowns that were in between the docks and try and pick up some fish. And that's what I had worked on in practice. That's what was working for me then, and I think it was a good plan for that first tournament day, because like I said, I had gotten 2 or 3 bites where I just let the fish take it and drop it. And then I had 2 or 3 where I set the hook and I shook the fish. You know, I don't like to pound areas. I don't like to really think about that. I just want to make sure and double check in my head that that makes sense to me. And once I catch 1 or 2 or get 1 or 2 bites, then in my head, that pattern kind of checks out to me as something that I can go on for tournament day, especially when you only have 1 day. So something to think about when pre-fishing for sure. Let's go over some of the footage. Some of the clips you're going to see are shorter. You know, they don't necessarily tell the whole picture because, like I said, I was so focused on just fishing this tournament that I didn't necessarily worry about the time my camera was running or if it was even running at all. And I think it did pay off for me, because I did end up doing fairly well in this tournament compared to the rest of the field. So I'm kind of confident that that's the reason why, because I was just focused on catching a limit and doing well in the tournament itself. So yeah, so you're going to see some of those clips right now. First fish, measure him. All right, first fish of the day. Let's see if we can run this pattern. Chatterbait up on wood. Let's go. Of course, caught my second fish. Wasn't recording. He's a little guy, but he counts. That's what matters. Why are you so small? This little dude just engulfed a jackhammer. 12 inches, engulfed. Come on. All right, so there's like 5 minutes left, and I just caught my 5th fish. I got a limit in my first tournament of the year. Holy shit, feels good. A couple of the clips you saw me throwing this chatterbait. This is a jackhammer, of course. I believe is a 3/8 ounce. Or no, this is a 1/2 ounce. This is a 1/2 ounce. And it definitely caught fish. I think I put 2 or 3 of my keepers in the boat with this one. I got bit all day on it. I just couldn't connect. I lost a couple fish on this. Smaller, nothing huge. I didn't lose anything big. So nothing really heartbreaking, but I have that paired up on a Arc Lancer medium. It's a 610. I really like this rod a lot for throwing chatterbaits and jerkbaits. I like a shorter rod for that kind of stuff. I don't know why, but I just kind of do. This was on sale, and I really think that the price I bought it at is way under what it's worth. This thing has been a workhorse this year for me. I've been throwing it a lot. I have a Lexa 100H in 6.3-1 with 14-pound sniper on this, Sunline Sniper. That's my opportune chatterbait setup for the kind of stuff I was fishing. If I'm fishing a lot of heavy cover, which there wasn't a ton of grass in the areas that I fished, so if I had been doing that, I would have liked to up it to like 17-pound or maybe even braid with a fluoro leader. But for what I was doing, 14-pound fluoro was perfect. The other technique was the old tried and true wacky rig. I threw this just about everywhere as a slower presentation compared to the chatterbait. Basically, I would throw the chatterbait around cover, and then I would follow it up with this. This did get a majority of my bites. I would say that my 2 biggest keepers, no, one was on the chatterbait, the other big keeper was on a wacky rig. I did use black and blue, and I do use an O-ring. I think the O-ring helps you save money, and I like to save money. So I have a, what do I have on this? I have a 10-pound leader on this because I was throwing it around cover, and then it's 15-pound Gamma Torque paired up with a 3000 size Daiwa Fuego on a number 8 tackle blackout rod. They don't make this rod anymore, but I really enjoy it. It is a medium heavy, and I like throwing this with wacky rigs or with small stuff around cover because it is that medium heavy, and it helps you kind of pull stuff out of cover. So this was the workhorse of the day. I skipped a lot under trees, a lot under docks, a lot under overhanging cover, and that's where I got bit most of the day. Yes, I did catch smaller fish. Yes, I did catch things that weren't over 16 3/4, but I caught a limit, and I did get 10th place. So I finished in 10th place throwing a wacky rig around, and I couldn't have been happier. It was a really exciting day, really good feeling to be back fishing a tournament, and I'm ready for the next one. Henry, the tournament director, did a great job. He runs a bang-up club down there called Carolina Kayak Anglers. So if you're in that area or around that area traveling through and they have a tournament going on, you got to go check him out because he runs a top-notch program down there. And I will be back to fish with them because, like I said, my buddy Garrett lives down there. So I do plan on going back down there and fishing with them at some point, if not this year, next year for sure. Thanks for watching, and thanks for supporting me. Just hit 1,000 subs on the channel, and I really appreciate everyone that's ever subscribed, watched the video, laughed, commented, hit the thumbs up. Even to that one person that hits the thumb down button on all my videos, thank you. Thank you for being you. I would like to attribute all of my success to these. These Crocs are fantastic. They're patriotic and comfortable. Can't ask for a better thing in life.